Your body knows you are going to have a heart attack before you do. In one major medical study, 95% of survivors said the same thing. Looking back, the warning signs had been there for weeks, sometimes a full month before. They just didn't know what they were looking at. They blamed the tiredness on stress, the bad sleep on getting older, the shortness of breath on being out of shape. And one by one, every single warning was ignored, until the day it was too late. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you the 6 hidden signals your body sends in the month before a heart attack, including the one that almost everyone mistakes for something completely harmless. Understanding these could one day save your life or the life of someone you love. And before we begin, one important thing: everything in this video is based on real science. Every claim comes from peer-reviewed medical research, and you will find those studies linked in the description below so you can check them for yourself. Now, let's get into it. For a long time, doctors believed a heart attack struck like lightning, with no warning at all. But research has changed that picture completely. These early warnings even have a name. Doctors call them prodromal symptoms. And they matter more than almost anything else about a heart attack, because they appear during the only window of time when the damage can still be prevented. The tragedy is that they are so quiet and so ordinary that almost no one recognizes them for what they really are, until it is too late. So let's go through them one by one. The first and most common signal is unusual fatigue. Not the normal tiredness you feel after a long day, but a deep, heavy exhaustion that does not match what you have actually done. People describe it like this. They walk up a flight of stairs they have climbed 1,000 times, and suddenly they have to stop and rest. They feel worn out by simple tasks: making the bed, carrying groceries, taking a shower. In that same study, this unusual fatigue was the single most reported warning sign, showing up in nearly 7 out of every 10 women before their heart attack. The reason is quiet but serious. When the arteries that feed the heart begin to narrow, the heart has to work harder to pump blood through the body. That extra strain drains your energy long before you ever feel chest pain. The second signal hides in the one place you would never think to look: your sleep. In the weeks before a heart attack, many people find that their sleep falls apart. They wake up again and again during the night for no clear reason. They feel like they slept for hours but wake up completely unrested. Some describe waking suddenly, almost gasping, with a strange sense that something is wrong. Nearly half of the women in that research reported this kind of sleep disturbance in the month before their event. Scientists believe it may be linked to the early stress the heart is under, and to subtle changes in how the body controls breathing and circulation while you rest. So when your sleep changes for no reason, it may not just be stress, it may be your body trying to get your attention. The third signal is shortness of breath. This one is easy to dismiss because we blame it on being out of shape, or carrying a few extra pounds, or simply growing older. But there is a specific pattern worth noticing. You feel breathless doing things that never used to leave you breathless. Walking to the mailbox, talking and moving at the same time. Sometimes just lying down flat in bed. More than 40% of patients felt this kind of breathlessness in the weeks before their heart attack. And the reason is direct. When the heart cannot pump as efficiently as it should, blood and fluid can begin to back up toward the lungs. Your breathing becomes the first thing to suffer, often before anything else hurts. The fourth signal is the one people expect, but not in the way they expect it. We all picture a heart attack as a crushing pain in the chest. But in the weeks before, the chest sends a much quieter message. It comes and goes. A feeling of pressure, tightness, or fullness that shows up for a few minutes, especially during effort or stress, and then fades away. Because it disappears, people convince themselves it was nothing. Indigestion, a pulled muscle, anxiety. But one of the earliest studies on this, going back decades, found that more than half of heart attack patients had felt this kind of chest discomfort starting or getting worse in the 2 months before. When pressure in the chest keeps returning, especially with exertion, it is never something to wait out. The fifth signal: travels. Heart pain does not always stay in the heart. It can radiate outward, into the left arm, into both arms, up into the jaw, the neck, the upper back, or down into the stomach. Sometimes there is no chest pain at all, only an unexplained ache in the arm or a tightness in the jaw that no one connects to the heart. This happens because the nerves that carry pain signals from the heart share the same pathways as the nerves from your arms, neck, and jaw. The brain gets the alarm but cannot pinpoint exactly where it is coming from. So if you feel a strange, unexplained discomfort in your arm, jaw, or back that comes with effort and eases with rest, your heart may be the real source. The sixth signal is the hardest to describe and the easiest to ignore. It is a feeling, a growing sense of anxiety, of unease, a quiet voice telling you that something is just not right. Many survivors say that in the days before their heart attack, they felt an unusual nervousness they could not explain, sometimes with a cold sweat or a wave of nausea. In the research on younger patients, this kind of anxiety stood out as a real and recurring warning sign. It is easy to wave away as stress, but your body has a deep, ancient alarm system, and sometimes before the mind understands, the body already knows. Now here is something critical. These quiet warnings are most likely to be missed in two groups of people: women and people living with diabetes. In women, a heart attack often arrives without the classic crushing chest pain we see in movies. In that major study, fewer than a third of the women felt chest discomfort as an early sign. Their warnings were the quiet ones: fatigue, poor sleep, shortness of breath. And in people with diabetes, nerve damage over time can dull the body's pain signals. So a heart attack can unfold with almost no warning at all. If you or someone you love is in either group, these silent signals matter even more. So what do you actually do with all of this? First, do not panic. Feeling tired one night or breathless after a hard workout does not mean you are having a heart attack. The key is the pattern. New symptoms that don't make sense, that keep coming back, that show up together over days or weeks. That is when you talk to a doctor and ask the direct question: could this be my heart? A simple checkup, an electrocardiogram, a blood test can reveal things you would never feel on your own. But there is one line you must never cross alone. If you ever feel sudden severe chest pain, pain spreading to the arm or jaw with cold sweat, or you cannot breathe, do not wait and do not drive yourself. Call your local emergency number immediately. In a heart attack, every single minute of muscle saved matters. This video is here to inform you, not to diagnose you. It does not replace the advice of a real doctor who knows your history. But knowledge like this is exactly what turns a victim into a survivor. Your body is always speaking to you. The goal is to learn its language before it has to shout. So if this video helped you in any way, do one small thing: tap the like button. It only takes a second, but it genuinely helps this channel reach another person who might need to hear this. And that person could be someone whose life it ends up saving. If you want more videos that finally explain your body in a way that makes sense, consider subscribing. And I really want to hear from you. What should we break down next? Leave a comment with the health topic or the condition you want explained, and your idea could become the next video on this channel. Take care of your heart. It has been beating for you every second your whole life.